Are you a speedrunner? Well, you clicked this, so probably not. Yes, that means you. Mark. Sure, some people can get by with a B's ankle hair health, but that's not you. That's okay though. That's not me either unless I want to engage all 3 brain cells and try hard. So here's 3 builds that are near universal except for the ADHD blade users and Legolas LARPers who actually use their stamina. And, well, they're going to do what they do anyway, so... These will be in descending order of DPS versus tankiness. That means the first one does the most damage but demands the most gray matter activation. The last one is the opposite, so you can play one-handed while eating a crunch wrap or thinking about the blacksmith. No, the other one. The one in the middle is for the indecisive folk, those who are afraid of commitment, forever lukewarm, and will be lost to the annals of mediocrity anyway. So for the first one, we have the 4-piece Numinous. That'll be the Numinous Crown Beta, Numinous Shroud Beta, Numinous Vambraces Beta, and the Numinous Greaves Beta. Add in the Suja Sash for 3 points of Easy Divine Blessing, Challenge and Charm for 2 points of Agitator, and your choice of Mantle. Yes, the Corrupted got nerfed. Yes, it's still worth it on some weapons. Otherwise, feel free to use your Mantle of choice. Rocksteady and Evasion are obvious choices here. This works rather well with both the Sword and Shield as well as the Gun Lance. And I've also used it to great effect with the Charge Blade. Still trying to make it work with the Switch Axe, but that's, well, the problem on that one's between the keyboard and the chair. Or the controller in the chair, as the case may be. In terms of decorations, you're basically just going to use your weapon-appropriate ones, but the armor should serve you pretty well overall. So, you want to look at the armor? There you go. You just want to look at the decos. There you go. In terms of decorations for the armor, we have a Chain Jewel, Mighty, and Recovery. The chest, Tenderizer. The gloves have a Tenderizer and Medicine. Pants have Medicine, Mighty, and Shockproof if you're playing in multiplayer. If you're playing solo, feel free to swap that out to get Recovery up 3. Although that's not entirely necessary since you can create a meal with Eastern Honey and in effect make up for the lack of Recovery 3. Or stack both. On the boots, Tenderizer and Mighty. So, depending upon the weapon of choice here, that will give you 5 points of Agitator, 3 points of Wex, max Might. That's a weird sentence. 3 points of Divine Blessing, maxed Recovery Speed, maxed Elemental Absorb, 2 points of Recovery Up, 1 point of Burst, and 1 point of Counter Strike, as well as Shock Absorber, but And moving on to the second build, equipment's the same. Decos are different. If you want to take a quick screenshot or pause the video here, feel free. We have the same gems in the helm, Chain, Mighty, Recovery. The chest, this one hurts my soul a little bit, but I like putting a counter jewel in there. I wish I had other ideas for the 3-piece that actually created a comparable DPS increase. Gloves, Tenderizer, Medicine, Pants, Mighty, Medicine, Shockproof. Again, if you're playing in multiplayer, use this, otherwise your teammates will want to choke you in your sleep. If you're playing solo, your choice of other 1-slot deco. Tenderizer and Mighty. So this will give us Max Agitator, 3 points of Max Might, Divine Blessing, Recovery Speed, Elemental Absorption, 2 points of Wex, 2 points of Counter Strike, 2 points of Recovery Up, 1 point of Burst, and 1 point of Shock Absorber. For this one, we traded out Wex for Counter Strike, because realistically, if you're playing this build, that means you're getting hit. You might as well get an attack boost because of it. And for the third build, which we've lovingly titled Brain Off in our loadout slots. It's the same as the previous one, except we've swapped out for the Defense Charm 4 to give us 4 points of defense boost. With that in mind, the decos are the same. However, if you're playing solo, instead of using Shockproof, I might recommend, either 1 point of recovery up, or if you really want to lean into being tanky, throw in one of the defense gems to take your total defense to 442. Enjoy. All 3 of these builds are within 40 effective EFR, with the first one coming in at 504 with this Sword and Shield set. The second one came in at 476, and the third one comes in at 467. So really not that much of a difference. It's a question of how much you actually want to think. Fun fact, while recording B-roll for this, I actually had to swap off of one of these sets just so a monster could cart me to get that clip at the beginning of the video. So there you go. 3 builds for when you're hanging out with friends and maybe you got after it a bit too hard but don't want to sandbag the team. Or for when you want to turn your brain off in solo. Honestly, it'd be pretty hard to fail a hunt with these, but if you somehow manage it, leave a comment. I promise to only be impressed at your dedication to mediocrity. I've been Bald Squid. I'll see you next time.